Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine and healthy. Welcome back to my channel Arya Academy. Today we will learn about the basic concepts of profit and loss and do practice by solving different types of real-life problems involving profit and loss. So let us begin. Dear students, you might be wondering why I am showing you these slides on the topics like factors affecting profit and loss, consumer demand, competition, technological advancements and regulatory changes, strategies for maximizing profit and minimizing loss, etc., because I just wanted to highlight the importance of profit and loss in our life. In the future, when you will become a CEO in an organization or will head the marketing division in an organization or will start your own business, at that time you will realize its importance. I am sure that if you go through all the examples given in this video, it will not only help you in scoring good marks in your present exams, but you will also have command over this topic, and in the future also it will help you in understanding the balance sheet of the organization. This video will also help those students who have left mathematics as a subject after 10th standard and are presently appearing for some competitive exams like exams for recruitment in banks, income tax office or customs office. So, let us understand the basic concepts of profit and loss. In our day-to-day life, we generally buy goods from the shopkeepers. The shopkeepers buy these goods either directly from the manufacturers or from the wholesalers in their city. In any business, the revenue is the money we earn by selling goods or services. The expenses are the costs incurred while generating the revenue, and profit is the difference between the revenue earned and the expenses incurred. Today, we will learn about basic definition of cost price and selling price, the difference between profit and loss, and we will also solve different types of real-life problems involving profit and loss. Let us now understand what is cost price and what is selling price. Cost price, the price paid by the shopkeeper to the manufacturers or the wholesalers, is called the cost price for the shopkeeper and is abbreviated as CP. Selling price, the price at which the shopkeeper sells the goods to the customers, is called the selling price for the shopkeeper and is abbreviated as SP. Let us now go to our next topic, which is overhead expenses. Overhead expenses, usually, the shopkeeper has to bear some additional expenses such as rent or cost for the building, freight charges, labor charges for loading and unloading the goods, maintenance charges, electricity charges and salary to employees, etc. before the goods are sold to the customers. These expenses are called overhead expenses. Some of these overhead expenses are to be paid as and when we take the services, like labor charges for loading and unloading goods. Some of the overhead expenses are to be paid on monthly basis, like building rent, salary of employees and electricity charges are generally paid on monthly basis. Whereas overhead expenses like property tax are paid on yearly basis. The average overhead expenses are then calculated for 1 year and is distributed proportionately for each type of goods or services. Thus, the effective cost price is equal to the payment made while purchasing the goods plus the overhead expenses. Let us now understand what is profit and how to calculate profit in percentage. If the shopkeeper sells the goods to the customers at a price greater than the cost price, then the shopkeeper makes a profit, and the profit is equal to the difference between the selling price and the cost price. Hence, for the selling price greater than the cost price, profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Let us now learn how to calculate profit in percentage. Dear students, before starting how to calculate profit in percentage, let us be clear in our mind that profit or loss is always calculated on the basis of the cost price, and this profit is then added to the cost price, while loss is subtracted from the cost price to get the selling price, whereas any type of discount is calculated on the basis of the marked price, and this discount is then subtracted from the marked price to get the selling price. Therefore, profit in percentage is calculated as actual profit in terms of rupees or any other currency divided by the cost price and multiplied by 100. Dear students, for further clarification on percentage, you may refer to my another video on how to calculate percentage. Let us now understand what is loss and how it is calculated. If the shopkeeper sells the goods to the customers, at a price less than the cost price, then the shopkeeper suffers a loss and the loss is equal to the difference between the cost price and the selling price. Hence, for the selling price less than the cost price, loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. Let us now go to our next topic on how to calculate loss in percentage. As explained earlier also, the profit or loss is always calculated on the basis of the cost price. Therefore, loss in percentage is calculated as actual loss in terms of rupees or any other currency divided by the cost price and multiplied by 100. Let us now learn the basic concepts of profit and loss through real-life examples. Reena wanted to become a businesswoman and she knows to knit woolen sweaters and hats. So, she decided to sell these sweaters and hats through online shop. Let us join her business journey and parallelly also learn the basic concepts of profit and loss. Let us now go to first example. Example number 1. In this example 1, it is given that Reena bought all the raw materials for one sweater at 50 rupees. She sold it at 70 rupees. Then we have to find how much profit did she gain. Also, we need to find her profit in percentage. Let us try to solve this example number 1. Solution to example number 1. Here, it is given that Reena bought all the raw materials for one sweater at 50 rupees and she sold it at 70 rupees. That means the cost price for her is rupees 50 whereas, the selling price for her is rupees 70. Now, as we know that profit is equal to the difference between selling price and cost price, which is rupees 20 here, therefore, we can say that Reena gained a net profit of 20 rupees. We also have to find her profit in percentage, so let us find the same. As we know that, profit in percentage is calculated as actual profit in terms of rupees or any other currency divided by the cost price and multiplied by 100. So let us substitute the value of actual profit as 20 rupees in the numerator and value of cost price as 50 rupees in the denominator and multiply it by 100 to get 40%. Therefore, her profit is 40%. Let us now go to second example. Example 2. In example number 2, it is given that Reena planned to sell one knitted hat for 30 rupees. However, due to certain limitations, she was only able to sell it for 28 rupees. Then, we have to find how much loss did she incur and also what is her percentage of loss. Let us try to solve this example number 2. Solution to example number 2, it is given that Reena planned to sell one knitted hat for 30 rupees. But, due to certain limitations, she was only able to sell it for 28 rupees. Then, we have to find how much loss did she incur and we also have to find her percentage of loss, as we know that, the loss is equal to the difference between the cost price and the selling price. Here cost price is 30 rupees and the selling price is 28 rupees. Therefore, Reena incurred actual loss of 2 rupees. Let us now, calculate this loss of 2 rupees in percentage. As we know that, loss in percentage is calculated as actual loss in terms of rupees or any other currency divided by the cost price and multiplied by 100, so let us substitute the value of actual loss as 2 rupees in the numerator and value of cost price as 30 rupees in the denominator and multiply it by 100 to get 6.67%. Therefore, her loss is 6.67%. Let us now go to third example. Dear students, example number 3 is to check how far you have grasped the concept of profit and loss. Here, it is given that the ingredients for one whole pizza costs rupees 45. It was cut into 8 pieces and was sold for rupees 4 and 50 paisa each. We have to find whether this is a profit or a loss. We also need to support our answer with proper reason. Let us try to solve this example number 3. Solution to example number 3, it is given that, the ingredients for one whole pizza costs rupees 45. It was cut into 8 pieces and was sold for 4 rupees and 50 paisa each. We have to find whether this is a profit or a loss. We also need to support our answer with proper reason. Here, the selling price for each piece is rupees 4 and 50 paisa. Therefore, the selling price of whole pizza will be rupees 4 and 50 paisa multiplied by 8, as there are in total 8 pieces, which comes to rupees 36. Now, as the cost price of one whole pizza is rupees 45, which is higher than the selling price of rupees 36, therefore it is a loss. We can also calculate the actual amount of loss by finding the difference between the selling price of rupees 36 minus the cost price of rupees 45, which comes to -9. As the difference between selling price and cost price is in negative, therefore, it is showing actual loss of 9 rupees. Let us once again revise when we earn profit and when we incur loss. In the case of profit, selling price is greater than the cost price, whereas, in the case of loss, selling price is lesser than the cost price. Let us now go to fourth example. In example number 4, it is given that, a grain merchant sold 600 quintals of rice at a profit of 7%. If the cost of 1 quintal of rice was rupees 250 and the total overhead charges were rupees 1000, then find his total profit and the selling price of 600 quintals of rice. Let us try to solve this example number 4. Solution to example 4, the cost of 1 quintal of rice is given as rupees 250, therefore, for 600 quintals of rice the cost price is equal to 250 multiplied by 600, which comes to rupees 1,50,000. The total overhead charges are rupees 1000, therefore the effective cost price for 600 quintals of rice is equal to rupees 1,51,000. Now, as he earns a profit of 7% on the cost price of rupees 1,51,000, which can be calculated as profit is equal to 7 divided by 100 multiplied by rupees 1,51,000, which comes to rupees 10,570. Hence, the selling price of 600 quintals of rice is equal to rupees 1,51,000 plus profit of rupees 10,570, which is equal to rupees 1,61,570. Therefore, selling price of 600 quintals of rice is equal to rupees 1,61,570. Let us now go to example number 5. In example number 5, it is given that, a businessman purchased 50 dozen bananas for rupees 135. 5 dozen bananas could not be sold because they were rotten. At what price he should sell the remaining bananas so that he makes a profit of 20%? Dear students, I hope you are able to understand the explanation given against each of these examples. You are also requested to keep a rough notebook and do all the calculations on it, because you need to do practice to have a command over any topic, especially in maths. I would also suggest to pause the video in between, read each of the question and first try to solve each of them on your own. If you are stuck up somewhere, then only refer to the solution given in the next slide. Let us now try to solve this example number 5. Solution to example 5, as 5 dozen bananas could not be sold because they were rotten. Therefore, number of bananas he can sell is equal to 50 dozen minus 5 dozen, which comes to 45 dozen. The cost price is rupees 135. Therefore, profit at the rate of 20% is equal to 20 divided by 100 multiplied by cost price, that is 135, which comes to rupees 27, as the selling price is equal to cost price plus profit. Therefore, selling price is equal to rupees 135 plus rupees 27, which comes to rupees 162. Hence, selling price for 45 dozen bananas for getting 20% profit is equal to rupees 162. Therefore, the selling price per dozen of bananas is equal to rupees 162. Divided by 45 dozen, which comes to 3 rupees and 60 paisa per dozen. Let us now go to example number 6. In example number 6, it is given that, a shopkeeper bought 50 dozen eggs at 6 rupees and 40 paisa per dozen. During transport, 20 eggs were found broken. He sold the remaining eggs at 55 paisa per egg, then find his profit or loss in percent. Let us try to solve example number 6. Solution to example 6, the cost price for the shopkeeper is equal to 6 rupees and 40 paisa per dozen multiplied by 50 dozen, which comes to rupees 320. As 20 eggs were broken during transport, he could sell 50 dozen, that is 600 minus 20 eggs, which is equal to 580 eggs only, as he sells at the rate of 55 paisa per egg. Therefore, selling which comes to rupees 320, as 20 eggs were broken during transport, he could sell 50 dozen, that is 600 minus 20 eggs, which is equal to 580 eggs only, as he sells at the rate of 55 paisa per egg. Therefore, selling price for 580 eggs will be 580 eggs multiplied by 55 paisa, which is equal to rupees 319. As selling price is less than the cost price, therefore his loss is equal to rupees 320 minus rupees 319, which is equal to 1 rupee, as the loss in percentage is equal to actual loss divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Substituting the values of actual loss and the cost price, we get loss in percentage equal to 1 divided by 320, multiplied by 100, which comes to 5 upon 16%. Let us go to example number 7. In example number 7, it is given that a shopkeeper bought 400 eggs at 8 rupees 40 paisa per dozen. At what price should he sell these eggs so as to earn a profit of 15%? Let us try to solve example number 7. Solution to example 7, as the cost price is given as 8 rupees 40 paisa for per dozen of eggs. So, we will have to convert 400 eggs to dozens first. Therefore, the total cost price for 400 eggs will be 400 divided by 12, multiplied by the rate of 8 rupees 40 paisa, which comes to rupees 280. Now, he should earn a profit of 15% of cost price, which can be calculated as equal to 15 divided by 100 and multiplied by cost price of 280, which comes to rupees 42. Therefore, selling price for 400 eggs is equal to 280 plus rupees 42, which is equal to rupees 322. Therefore, selling price for 100 eggs is equal to rupees 322 divided by 4, which comes to 80 rupees and 50 paisa. Dear students, we have to keep in our mind that the profit or the loss is always calculated on the basis of the cost price, and this profit is then added to the cost price, or the loss is subtracted from cost price to get the selling price. Whereas any type of discount is calculated on the basis of the marked price, and this discount is then subtracted from the marked price to get the selling price. Let us go to example number 8. In example number 8, it is given that a shopkeeper makes a profit of 15% by selling a book for rupees 230. Then we have to find the cost price of the book and the actual profit. Let us try to solve example number 8. Solution to example 8, let the cost price of the book be rupees X, therefore, profit at the rate of 15% can be found as equal to 15 divided by 100 multiplied by X, which comes to 0.15X, therefore, the selling price can be calculated as equal to cost price plus profit, which comes to X plus 0.15X. This can be equated to rupees 230, which is given as the selling price of the book. Hence, we can write 1.15x equal to rupees 230. Solving above equation we get x is equal to rupees 230 divided by 1.15, which comes to rupees 200. Therefore, cost price of the book is equal to rupees 200, hence, actual profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, which comes to rupees 30. Let us go to next slide with example number 9. In example number 9, it is given that a shopkeeper gives 10% discount on marked price of goods and still gets a profit of 25%. Then we have to find the cost price of the article, which is marked rupees 250. Let us try to solve this example number 9. Solution to example 9, the marked price of the article is given as rupees 250. Therefore, discount at the rate of 10% can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 multiplied by the marked price of rupees 250, which is equal to rupees 25. Therefore, the selling price can be calculated as equal to marked price of rupees 250 minus discount of rupees 25, which comes to rupees 225. Let the cost price be equal to rupees X, then the profit of 25% on cost price can be written as equal to 25 divided by 100 multiplied by the cost price of rupees X, which is equal to rupees 0.25x. Therefore, selling price can be written as equal to the cost price x plus the profit of rupees 0.25x, which can be equated to the selling price of rupees 225, calculated above from the marked price. Therefore, we can write the equation as 1.25x is equal to rupees 225. Therefore, we can find the value of x to be equal to rupees 225 divided by 1.25, which comes to rupees 180. Hence, cost price x is equal to rupees 180. Let us go to example number 10. It is given that a shopkeeper gives 20% discount on the marked price of goods and still gets a profit of 25%. Then we have to find the cost price of the article, which is marked rupees 500. Let us try to solve this example number 10. Solution to example 10. The marked price of the article is given as rupees 500. Therefore, the discount at the rate of 20% can be calculated as equal to 20 divided by 100 multiplied by the marked price of rupees 500, which comes to rupees 100. Therefore, the selling price can be calculated as equal to the marked price of rupees 500 minus discount of rupees 100, which comes to rupees 400. Now, let the cost price be equal to rupees x. Then profit of 25% on cost price can be calculated as equal to 25 divided by 100 multiplied by cost price of rupees x, which comes to rupees 0.25x. Therefore, selling price can be written as equal to cost price of rupees x plus profit of 0.25x, which can be equated to the selling price of rupees 400 calculated above from the marked price. Solving it, we get an equation as 1.25 times x is equal to rupees 400. Therefore, value of x can be calculated as equal to rupees 400 divided by 1.25, which comes to 320. Hence, the cost price x is equal to rupees 320. Let us go to example number 11. It is given that a shopkeeper marks his goods at such a price that after giving 15% discount still gets a profit of 20%. Then we have to find the marked price of the article. If the cost price is rupees 170, let us try to solve this example number 11. Solution to example 11. The cost price of the article is rupees 170. Therefore, the profit at the rate of 20% on cost price can be calculated as equal to 20 divided by 100 multiplied by cost price of rupees 170, which comes to rupees 34. Therefore, the selling price can be calculated to be equal to the cost price of rupees 170 plus profit of rupees 34, which comes to rupees 204. Now, let the marked price be rupees x. Then, the discount at the rate of 15% can be calculated as equal to 15 divided by 100 into marked price of x. Therefore, discount comes to rupees 0.15x. Then, the selling price can be calculated as equal to marked price x minus discount of 0.15x, which can be equated to the selling price of rupees 204, calculated above from the cost price. Solving this equation, we can write 0.85x is equal to rupees 204. Therefore, value of x is equal to rupees 204 divided by 0.85, which comes to rupees 240. Hence, the margin price is equal to rupees 240. Let us go to example number 12. It is given that a shopkeeper marks his goods at such a price that after giving 25% discount on marked price, still gets a profit of 50%. Then we have to find the ratio of cost price of the article to the marked price. Let us try to solve this example number 12. Solution to example 12. Let the cost price of the article be rupees x. Therefore, profit at the rate of 50% on cost price can be calculated as equal to 50 divided by 100 and multiplied by cost price rupees x, which comes to rupees 0.5x. Hence, selling price can be calculated as equal to cost price x plus profit of 0.5x, which comes to rupees 1.5x. Let us write it as equation number 1. Now, let the marked price be rupees y. Then, the discount at the rate of 25% can be calculated as equal to 25 divided by 100 into marked price y, which comes to rupees 0.25 times y. Therefore, selling price can also be written in terms of marked price as equal to y minus 0.25y, which comes to rupees 0.75y. Let us write it as equation number 2. Now, as both the equations are representing selling price only, therefore equating both of them, we can write 1.5x to be equal to 0.75y. Solving this equation, we get the ratio of x upon y to be equal to 0.75 divided by 1.5, which comes to 1 by 2. Hence, ratio of cost price to market price is equal to 1:2. Let us go to example number 13. It is given that a bicycle dealer offers a discount of 10% on bicycles, still gets a profit of 26%. Then we have to find the actual cost price of the bicycle, whose marked price is rupees 840. Let us try to solve this example number 13. Solution to example 13. The marked price of the article is rupees 840. Therefore, discount at the rate of 10% can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 multiplied by the marked price, 840, which comes to rupees 84. Therefore, selling price can be calculated to be equal to marked price of rupees 840, minus discount of rupees 84, which comes to rupees 756. Let the cost price be equal to rupees x, then the profit at the rate of 26% on cost price can be calculated as equal to 26 divided by 100 multiplied by cost price x, which comes to rupees 0.26x. Then the selling price can be calculated as equal to cost price x plus profit of 0.26x, which can be equated to rupees 756. The selling price as calculated above using the marked price. Solving it, we get the equation as 1.26x to be equal to rupees 756. Therefore, value of x is equal to rupees 756 divided by 1.26, which comes to rupees 600. Hence, the cost price x is equal to rupees 600. Let us go to example number 14. It is given that a shopkeeper offers a 23% commission on advertised price, still gets a profit of 10%. If he gains rupees 56 on one item, then find the advertised price. Let us try to solve this example number 14. Solution to example 14. Let the advertised price of the item be rupees x. Therefore, commission at the rate of 23% can be calculated to be equal to 23 divided by 100 into advertised price x, which comes to rupees 0.23x. Therefore, selling price can be calculated with reference to the advertised price as equal to advertised price of rupees x minus commission of rupees 0.23x, which comes to rupees 0.77x. Let us write this as equation number 1. Now, let the cost price be equal to rupees y, then profit at the rate of 10% on cost price can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 multiplied by cost price of rupees y, which comes to rupees 0.1y, which can be equated to the given profit of rupees 56. Therefore, the value of y can be easily calculated as equal to rupees 56 divided by 0.1, which comes to rupees 560. Hence, selling price is equal to the cost price of rupees 560, plus profit of rupees 56, which comes to rupees 616. Substituting this value of selling price in equation 1, we get the equation as 0.7. 7x is equal to rupees 616. Solving the above equation, we get the value of x equal to rupees 616 divided by 0.77, which comes to rupees 800. Hence, the advertised price x is equal to rupees 800. Let us go to example number 15. It is given that a shopkeeper marks his goods at 40% above the cost price, but gives 5% discount for cash payments. We have to find the actual profit he gets if he receives rupees 1064 after paying the discount. Let us try to solve this example number 15. Solution to example 15. Let the cost price of the item be rupees x, then as given, the marked price will be 40% above the cost price x, that is, it will be equal to rupees x plus 40 divided by 100 into x, which comes to rupees 1.4x. The discount at the rate of 5% on marked price can be calculated as equal to 5 divided by 100 into marked price of 1.4x, which comes to 0.07x. Therefore, selling price can be calculated on the basis of marked price as equal to marked price of rupees 1 point, for x minus discount of rupees 0.07x, which comes to rupees 1.33x, which can be equated to the selling price of rupees 1064 after deducting the discount. Solving the above equation, we can write, x is equal to rupees 1064 divided by 1.33, which comes to 800, therefore, cost price x is equal to rupees 800, as profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, and now we have both the values. Therefore, profit is equal to selling price of rupees 1064 minus cost price of rupees 800, hence, the actual profit is equal to rupees 264. Let us go to example number 16. It is given that by selling a pair of earrings at a discount of 25% on the marked price, a jeweler gets a profit of 16%. If the profit is rupees 48, then, what is the cost price? And what is the marked price and the selling price at which the pair was eventually bought? Let us try to solve this example number 16. Solution to example 16, let the cost price of the item be rupees x, therefore, profit can be calculated as equal to 16 divided by 100 into cost price x, which is given as rupees 48 in the question. Therefore, the value of x can be calculated as equal to rupees 48 multiplied by 100 and divided by 16, which comes to rupees 300, therefore, cost price x is equal to rupees 300. Now, as the selling price can be calculated using cost price plus profit, which is equal to cost price of rupees 300 plus profit of rupees 48, which comes to rupees 348. Let us call this as equation number 1. Therefore, the final selling price is equal to rupees 348. Now, let the marked price be rupees y, then the discount at the rate of 25% on marked price can be calculated as equal to 25 divided by 100 multiplied by marked price y, which comes to 0.25 y. The selling price can also be written in terms of the marked price as equal to the marked price of rupees y minus the discount of rupees 0.25 y, which comes to rupees 0.75 y. This can be equated with the value of selling price as calculated in equation 1. So we can write, rupees 0.75 y is equal to rupees 348. Therefore, value of y is equal to rupees 348 divided by 0.75, which comes to rupees 464, hence, the marked price, y is equal to rupees 464. Let us go to example number 17. In the example number 17, it is given that, after giving a discount of 20%, on the marked price of a lamp, the shopkeeper loses 10%. Then we have to calculate, by what percentage is the marked price above the cost price. Let us try to solve this example number 17. Solution to example 17, let the cost price of the item be rupees x, then, the loss can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 into the cost price x, which comes to 0.1x, therefore, selling price can be calculated as equal to the cost price of rupees x minus the loss of rupees 0.1x, which comes to rupees 0.9x. Let us call it equation number 1. Now, let the marked price be rupees y, then the discount at the rate of 20% on marked price can be calculated as equal to 20 divided by 100 into marked price y, which comes to 0.2y. Therefore, selling price can also be calculated in terms of marked price as equal to the marked price of rupees y minus discount of rupees 0.2y, which comes to 0.8y. Let us call it equation number 2. Now, as both the equations number 1 and 2 represent the selling price only, therefore equating them, we get 0.9x is equal to 0.8y. Solving the equation, we can write y is equal to 0.9 divided by 0.8x, which comes to 1.125x. Therefore, if cost price is equal to rupees 100, then the marked price will be equal to rupees 112.5. Therefore, marked price is above cost price by rupees 12.5. We can calculate it in percentage as equal to 12.5 divided by 100 multiplied by rupees 100, which comes to 12.5%. Therefore, the marked price is above the cost price by 12.5%. Let us go to example number 18. It is given that a lady shopkeeper gives 10% discount on the marked price of the goods, but still gets profit of 25%. Then we have to find what is the cost price of the fan, which is marked at Rs 1,250. Let us try to solve this example number 18. Solution to example 18. Let us assume the cost price of the item be Rs X, therefore, profit at the rate of 25% can be calculated as equal to 25 divided by 100 into cost price X, which comes to 0.25x. Therefore, the selling price can be calculated as equal to the cost price of Rs X, plus profit of Rs 0.25x, which comes to Rs 1.25x. Let us call it equation number 1. The marked price is given as Rs 1,250. Therefore, the discount at the rate of 10% on marked price can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 into marked price of Rs 1,250, which comes to Rs 125. Therefore, selling price can be calculated in terms of marked price, as equal to marked price of Rs 1,250 minus the discount of Rs 125, which comes to Rs 1,125. Therefore, selling price is equal to Rs 1,125. Let us call it equation number 2, now, as both the equations number 1 and 2 represent the selling price only, therefore equating them, we get 1.25x is equal to Rs 1,125, hence, the value of cost price X can be calculated as equal to 1,125 divided by 1.25, which comes to Rs 900. Therefore, the cost price is equal to Rs 900. Let us go to example number 19. Abina and Reena run a garment shop. They mark the price of the goods in such a way that even after giving a discount of 12.5% they still get a profit of 10%. Then, find the marked price of a suit which costs them Rs 1,470. Let us try to solve this example number 19. Solution to example 19. The cost price of the suit is equal to Rs 1,470. Therefore, profit at the rate of 10% can be calculated as equal to 10 divided by 100 into cost price of 1,470, which comes to Rs 147. Therefore, selling price can be calculated as equal to cost price of Rs 1,470 plus profit of Rs 147, which comes to Rs 1,617. Let us call it equation number 1. Let the marked price be equal to Rs Y. The discount at the rate of 12.5% on marked price can be calculated as equal to 12.5 divided by 100 into marked price of Rs Y, which is equal to Rs 0.125y. Therefore, selling price can be expressed in terms of marked price as equal to marked price of Rs Y minus discount of Rs 0.125y, which comes to Rs 0.875y. Let us call it equation number 2, now, as both the equations number 1 and 2 represent the selling price only, therefore equating them, we get 0.875y is equal to Rs 1,617, hence, value of y is equal to 1,617, divided by 0.875, which comes to 1,848. Therefore, marked price is equal to Rs 1,848. Let us go to example number 20. It is given that a bicycle dealer offers a 20% discount on bicycles, still gets a profit of 20%. If he gains Rs 360 over the sale of one cycle, then find the marked price of the bicycle. Let us try to solve this example number 20. Solution to example 20. Let the cost price of the bicycle be Rs X. Then, the profit at the rate of 20% can be calculated as equal to 20 divided by 100 into cost price X, which comes to Rs 0.2x, which can be equated to the value of profit given as Rs 360. Therefore, value of the cost price X can be calculated as equal to 360 divided by 0.2, which comes to Rs 1,800. After getting the value of cost price, We can calculate the value of selling price as equal to the cost price of rupees 1,800 plus profit of rupees 360, which comes to rupees 2,160. Let us write it as equation number 1. Now, let the marked price be rupees y, then the discount of 20% can be calculated as equal to 20 divided by 100 into the marked price y, which comes to rupees 0.2 y. Therefore, the selling price can be written as equal to the marked price y minus the discount of 0.2 y, which comes to 0.8 y and can be equated with the above calculated value of the selling price, rupees 2,160, as given in equation 1. So we can write 0.8 y to be equal to rupees 2,160. Therefore, value of y can be calculated as equal to rupees 2,160 divided by 0.8, which comes to rupees 2,700. Hence, the marked price is equal to rupees 2,700. Dear students, once again, we have to keep in our mind that the profit or the loss is always calculated on the basis of the cost price, and this profit is then added to the cost price, or loss is subtracted from the cost price to get the selling price, whereas any type of discount is calculated on the basis of the marked price, and this discount is then subtracted from the marked price to get the selling price. I hope this video has cleared all your doubts on the topic profit and loss. Thanks for watching. If you have found this video helpful, then please like it and share it with your friends and relatives. Please do subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon, so that you get the notification for my next video. See you all with a new video. Until then, stay fit and healthy, as health is wealth.